editoimaan tätä. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate some testing with the title Testing the Mind of Meditation. And often, because meditation is about the mind, which is abstract, non-touchable thing, it's often asked if what is meditation and mind purification, mind training, what it actually is and how it could be embodied and tested somehow. So you can read a text from the Open Heart blog entitled with the same title as this video, Testing the Mind of Meditation, and see a little bit longer explanations what we're doing here with Jarno Mattila-Shihan, 8th Dan. And so it's a really simple thing, and basically we are using two mind modes when doing this. First, like a negative frame of mind, which translates as dualistic mind, and then we're gonna try 3 different modes or ways of non-dualistic mind or non-dual awareness. So the first one is like a negative frame of mind. You can artificially create it by thinking something negative or thinking of yourself, like using an affirmation like me, or I, or just remember something negative, like in the form of a thought or emotion, so that you can feel in your own body, physical body and mind, how it feels to be in this dualistic mind, which kind of squeezes together, lacks openness, lacks sense of freedom, and so on. So you can create it in a few different ways. Or you can just become grumpy or angry or I suppose even sad or depressed, and just fake it, just act it out, just do it artificially. And the second, third and fourth ways we're gonna do here with Jarno is first kind of do the same thing with physical testing, with physical touching, with a little bit of muscle pressure. The second way is to use a positive emotion. Positive emotions are cultivated in classic Buddhist meditation practices like Brahma Viharas, where you do loving kindness or heartfulness meditations. So we're gonna try that, just use a positive, like a positive concept in our mind and translate it as a state of body-mind, which is a non-dualistic state. It's just kind of artificially created with this positive thought to get it going as a living experience. So that's the second way, kind of a sutra approach. The third way is a tantric way, which you can do it if you have received tantric empowerments. You can use different mantras or deities. You can imagine embodying a deity, could be any deity, or how we're gonna do it here is through tantric guru yoga. So in the Open Heart teachings, our master and guru is a lady master called Machi Kladron, who is famous of Mahamudra Chöd. So we are going to use this tantric guru yoga technique of imagining our physical bodies being the body of Maciej Laudon, and doing the same touching, pushing, testing again with that. And the fourth way we're going to use is not use anything, which is kind of an open awareness, non-dual awareness without any help of any technique or any practice, like Ati meditation, Ati yoga. So just open awareness and embodying that. I've given workshops of open awareness workshops, which you can find from this YouTube channel, and you can find several texts about that from the Open Heart blog, so check them out if you haven't yet. And so the basic, just a few words about the way of testing, how we use it in this testing of the mind of meditation. So first of all, we will do it very simple here. So we will just put our hands on the chest, on the shoulder, or on the back, in the center of the chest, in the shoulder, and in the center of the back. And when we do that, when Jarno applies any one of the four modes that I just explained, we're just gonna kind of be there with my physical touch, applying a little bit of pressure. Not pushing him like this, or not kind of testing anything like this, like in a competitive way. I'm just present with my physical touch with a little bit of pressure to it, so that he can feel through his own body that there's this slight pressure affecting his body-mind, and he can kind of test more concretely what he experiences in his mind, whether he's in a dualistic frame of mind or non-dualistic frame of mind, in any of the three ways that we're gonna do next. And of course, in this session we're gonna do it with very kind of gentle pressure, not testing or aggressively testing him in any way, but you can take this a little bit further, because in our everyday life we meet people who might be aggressive towards us, or project their negative frame of mind towards us. So we can kind of simulate that situation by me as a tester being more aggressive. Maybe I could do it by poking him or pushing him kind of aggressively, which is just a physical model of what people do in everyday life towards other persons as negative thoughts and emotions when projecting them to other people. But for now, in this session, we're going to keep it really simple and gentle. And okay, so we will do it this step by step, all those four states of mind, beginning with the dualistic frame of mind, which is a negative state. Jarno can use any of the tools that I mentioned a moment ago, kind of become tense or grumpy or angry or something. I can already feel from him that he has this kind of tension, self-based frame of mind. So I'm listening with my hand, applying a little bit pressure. All of us have felt many times in our lives how it feels to be in a negative dualistic state of mind, but this is kind of just concretically, making it as concretic as possible. I can feel this tension coming from him, kind of having like a tunnel vision. It feels like that. Take a little bit more anger or grumpiness. And now that he adds a little bit to his emotional state, he's kind of, in this frame of mind, he's kind of pushing against my hand. So it's like a pushing against situation. Right. Okay. Shake it off. So after this dualistic, negative frame of mind, we're going to go to the second one, which is a positive frame of mind. We're going to use, or he can use, for example, joy or loving kindness or compassion or love or any of the Brahma Viharas that are familiar to Buddhist meditators. He can use any of those and just make it physical, embody that. And I can instantly feel that it's completely different in its quality than the one before. He's not pushing against me, though he is firmly standing, he's firm in his posture. There's a sense of calmness, openness, kind of softness, but it's firm at the same time. And he's not offended or nervous about me touching him in any way. In the first mode he kind of was because he was pushing against me and was holding all this tension. Okay, shaking off a little bit. And the third one is the tantric way, tantric guru yoga in this case. So Jarno imagines for a moment that his body is Mahasiddha Magic Labdron's body. The moment he starts to practice in a simple way like this, Tantric Guru Yoga, I can instantly feel of him already without touching him that something's happening there. Oh yes, very firm, soft, open. He's not pushing against me at all. He's very relaxed. And there's a sense of an immense clarity that I can feel just by touching him, sensing him. affects me as well. By listening to his body-mind, I get a charge of it myself, and it becomes calm in my mind as well. Feels like not continuing this workshop at all, just sitting down and meditating. Okay, good, very clear. And then the fourth one, Ati meditation, just open awareness, no tantric practices, no added positive concepts, without all of it. And then connecting this open awareness state of Ati Yoga to your physical body, just by sensing the skin, very simply. Yeah, beautiful. It feels fun, wonderful. So clear. It's even kind of beyond calmness. It's extremely calm, but it's kind of beyond that concept. And of course, if during this testing, if the person who is being tested, or I could say as well say the person who is being supported by this testing, if he loses it, he can bring it back, take it again, clarify his mind state again, just like we do on meditation cushion. Really simple stuff. Okay. But the reason, like I said in the beginning, the reason why we do it like this is because it concretizes, it makes our meditation practice, our frame of mind, our emotional state, or our state of awareness, it makes it as palpable, as concretic as possible. So that's the only reason for this. Let's do it the other way around. We'll do the same thing, maybe in a little bit faster tempo, and I will just say the modes and go through this quickly. So first, grumpy, negative. I can feel myself that it doesn't feel good at all, really limited, tense, awful. Okay. Then positive frame of mind. I'm thinking of happiness and how happiness, being happy, feels in my body. Feels kind of artificial, right? It's like, because it's like an artificial thought, even though it's essentially non-dual, but because it's artificially applied and I'm kind of putting some like a too much charge to it, too much flavor of happiness there, it kind of feels kind of silly, but it's still essentially it's the same as the next two ones. The third one being tantric. Okay. And then the fourth one, open awareness, Ati Yoga. Okay. Yeah, so basically that's it. We're going to do these simple tests in open heart sessions. Feel free to use this method of testing the mind of meditation freely with a practice partner. Whatever your own practice is, and maybe I'll just add that, like I said in the beginning, this testing, this is just very simple and gentle testing, so that the person who is tested can clearly feel what their state of being is. But to more simulate everyday situations among other people, as you know, it's not gentle at all sometimes.